Today we're going to be talking about the 6 hidden gems that the San Diego locals enjoy. Stay tuned and we'll get right to that. My name is Kathy Jackson and I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams San Diego Metro. I've been in the business for years. And today we're going to go over 6 of the things that the locals like to enjoy around here. And if you're going to visit, this might be a great chance for you to explore these different areas. One of the top items that I really enjoy or features in the San Diego area, and other people enjoy too when they come to visit, is the Cabrillo National Monument. That's at the end of Point Loma. It's really through the Navy base gates up there, but the views are spectacular. The old lighthouse from years and years ago is up there. It's a museum. You can also see how the lenses of the lighthouse worked back in those days. It's fascinating information. The views you can see are just miles and miles of Coronado, Mexico, the mountains, out into the ocean, 360-degree views. Really something not to be missed. Whenever I've taken family there, they say this is a highlight. On top of that, at the bottom of Point Loma, you'll see when it's low tide, it's an excellent place to look for starfish and sea urchins. That's the thing that the locals like to do, is when the tide gets very low, they get their buckets out and look around. There's a beach down the road called the Black's Beach. It's near Torrey Pines National Preserve over that way, and the beach is phenomenal. It's really an excellent surfer's beach. It's known for that. It's very pretty. There's cliffs in the backdrop, and it is a clothing optional beach, but I don't think you'd feel too odd because a lot of people are dressed there. But there's a way to get down to the beach in La Jolla. It's called the Ho Chi Minh Trail. It's really interesting. I kind of ran across this years ago. I didn't know that it was called that, but it's very steep. It's carved sandstone that you go through some narrow passageways. And I highly recommend that you wear good hiking shoes if you're going to take that route, because if you're wearing skimpy sandals like I was, it is very difficult. But something worth seeing if you're in good condition and want to go a different way to the beach that's not so conventional. In Balboa Park, the rose and cactus gardens are really fantastic. You go through the entrance to the very end of Balboa Park, straight forward, and it's just a very peaceful area with, in the rose gardens, lots and lots of color to look at. You could sit around there for an hour or so, writing your journal, just enjoy the color. Right next to the rose garden is the cactus gardens, where you're going to see all kinds of succulents. Now in La Jolla, near the Cove area, Sunny Jim Cave is really quite a sight to see. You go through a shop near the Cove area where there's all the sea lions and everything to look at, the sea life, and you go down many steps to get down through this cave. It's narrow, it's really tight, it takes you right down to the water, so it's pretty fascinating. I do recommend that. People consider it, the locals consider it, kind of a secret place. Now this next thing is really something that occurs only once in a while, but it's the SS Monte Carlo. Have you ever heard of it? It was a gambling ship back in the early 30s and the late 20s. It's an amazing specimen of something from the past, a gambling ship. You can see the wreckage of it in Coronado after it storms once in a while and when the tide is very low. It's in front of the Coronado Shores condominiums. So it's not out that often, but I might see it like maybe once a year, it seems like. The first time I saw this, I thought, what in the world is this? It's a cement hull that you'll see, the wreckage, cement hull. And a long time ago, now it had a wreck in 1937, and then it washed ashore. But this gambling ship used to be going out into international waters for gambling, drinking, etc. Back in those days, these cement-hulled ships that were for gambling had to go out on the water so that they can get away from it all and just do the gambling, because it wasn't allowed on the land. So this is a piece of really great history. You'll only see it once in a while, but it's worth reading about. The last thing I want to talk about today is a place called The Pearl. It's a restaurant hotel that is in Point Loma, on Point Loma, and it's on Rosecrans Street. But it's so fun. It's vintage. It's from like the 1950s. So you go into this place. I always like to take people there when they're visiting if we have time to go. It's kind of kitschy in a way. I used to be able to sit on the floor. It's not so much the floor anymore, but it's a nice little place where you can have good drinks and a good happy hour or a meal. It's open to a swimming pool that's kind of in a courtyard, and in the summertime and even in the wintertime, they show movies on the screen above the pool that's in the courtyard. It's a place where you can watch old vintage movies, and in the summer people get right into the pool and they'll have a drink and they'll watch the movie while they're in the pool and cooling off. It's really an interesting place. That's it today for San Diego's Hidden Gems video, and I'll be having more videos like this later on too. Please click and subscribe for more videos. And also, again, if you have any questions about real estate, call me anytime or text me. Would love to help you with your questions.